EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Just as we were ready for air, it was the Colts emerging from the locker room to great fanfare here in Indy. They're ready to go as the Colts get set to match up with the Houston Texans. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. On the return, it's Nyheim Hines. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Here we go. Louie!
Watch the run. 35.
They'll run. This is Jonathan Taylor. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
Check the outs. 35's the mic.
From the 30 on second down. Wentz, and able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
First and 10, Taylor now. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A big pickup of 38.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. And now the Texans want to call another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 17. Wentz going to give this to Taylor. Able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13.
Well, if you're a football guy, that's a pretty run because everyone is in sync right there. Obviously, the guy carrying the ball, but how about the people up front? Leverage, athleticism, they created some nice space for him.
6 yards left on second down.
Down the man inside, down the man. Under 10.
On the handoff, Taylor. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it leads to a 1st and goal. They'll run here with Taylor. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Jonathan Taylor, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Colts take it right down and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return, here comes Smith out of the end zone.
Let's go, boys. Bring it on.
Okay, Frank.
Front nine. Leo. Switch.
Ready.
Ito Smith, his first carry, and he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. DeForest Buckner, all-pro defensive tackle there on the stop. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. From the shotgun, they run with Smith. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And that's not the half of it. They forced 7 turnovers in that game, and I know we always talk about turnovers coming in bunches once you force the first one. But 7? That seems almost impossible, but we watched it happen.
Mike, check.
Let's go, D.
Let's try. He's coming.
Play action. It's Wilson. And he'll find Hall. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs.
Mike to 59. Drop deep. Share. Check.
A first down carry for Smith. And no room to maneuver there. Give him a yard up to the 47. This defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. That's caught by his tight end, Jordan Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. And down right around the 32-yard line, 4 yards on the pickup. Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
It was a little bit enlightening talking with the defensive coordinator about their performance last week because the feeling was that it was a good, solid performance. They did what they needed to do to get the job done and get the win, but definitely a few lapses that they're looking to correct.
Well, this defense for the Colts, they were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand just how difficult it is to tackle, especially open field. Very few missed tackles on tape that I saw last game. This team does a nice job of getting their opponents on the ground.
A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script, you go through your play calling, you go through all the stuff and establish things, and it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
You got him. Ready, break. Mike 17. Gone. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Check 3. Mike 17.
Now Wilson.
What we got?
And a penalty flag down as he gets only about a yard. Now let's listen in on the call. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now they'll throw it with Wilson. And this is incomplete.
You definitely would have liked to have hit on that one because now you've got a 3rd and long showing up, and you just know defense is going to be getting after it. They are pinning their ears back, and they are coming.
Push it back. Push it back.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that's complete. It's Sims. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Ready up. 21, Mike 21. Check Mike 21. Come on. Hey, alert 3.
Smith trying to run for it. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. Another try for Smith. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. 3-2, their record through the first 5 games of the year as they got the victory last week. It's still early, just October, but what have you seen from these guys so far?
Well, what I've seen is a team that's still figuring out all their pieces because they've got some new faces from a year ago. Add in some new draft picks. Sometimes it takes a month or so before you really start to gel as a team and for those players to figure out their roles. But right now, I see them starting to elevate.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
Now how about that call handed to the big guy in that situation? Normally you think of him as a real short yardage runner, but in this case they trust him to get a few more yards than that. I remember an old New York Giants quarterback, a Super Bowl winning quarterback, telling me he loves offense coordinators who call the plays with a little bit of abandon. Now that was an excellent run, and when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block, but the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a good time running play and create extra space, you've got to hit the jackpot there.
2 yards, good enough for a 1st. Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. The false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts and still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter.
Here we go, Pac-Man. 180!
58, right there. All day, baby, all day.
And that is incomplete. Oh, the coverage a little too good there, and it's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion, and to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
On 2nd and 15 now. Wentz, and that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
Normally you think the tight end's going to be able to catch the football and handle that contact, but in this case, maybe a little too much target to hit. That one was timed well, incomplete.
Let's get off the field, D.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. Looking for Campbell downfield. He's got a man. Complete. Touchdown, Colts. Paris Campbell, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. That's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Ito Smith, and he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
Off the play fake, Conley, and he's going to let it go deep. And it's incomplete on the trickeration. Maybe time to put that play on the back burner for a while. That was nearly a disaster.
I like what they did there, because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
They go play action now. Wilson. That's caught by Sims. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs.
Mike, check, 59.
Play action. Now Wilson. Out to the left, he's got his tight end, Akins. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made it a nice, easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage.
70 in. 59. Let go.
59 Mike, check.
From just shy of midfield, Wilson. He'll check this down to Johnson. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And finally out of bounds, just a few yards short of the goal line at the 3.
That was awfully nice. Hit him in stride, and off he went. It was almost like the ball hitting him was like him receiving a baton, and he was running the anchor leg in a relay race.
After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Smith. And he's in for the score. Touchdown, Texans. Ito Smith with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Texans are an extra point away from tying this football game. Extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. A short kick taken at the 18. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nice run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Second down, another run with Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down. They'll try and run for the first with Taylor. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
That's the type of run that Jonathan Taylor gives you so often, and you just can't take it for granted. He finds a way to get those extra yards. The third running back taken in the 2020 draft, but he had the best numbers by far of any of them. 1,169 yards, third most in the NFL, and by the last quarter of the season, he ranked among the best runners in the league.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Second down, another run with Taylor. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Now again to Taylor. He will push his way down to about the 14. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8. On the handoff, this is Taylor. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. They scored touchdowns on drives 1 and 2, and now they're trying to make it a perfect 3 for 3 to start. They'll look to run with Taylor. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. Blankenship's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we hit halftime here in Indianapolis with the Colts on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Texans down on the scoreboard, but they do get the first crack here as we are back underway in the second half. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning Coach Herb.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field.
If you were me, you'd do this too.
Touchdown, Houston. Ito Smith. 75 yards, and the Texans have retaken the lead. And we didn't even get a chance to settle in for that drive. A quick strike of 75 yards, and they find the end zone.
Don't you get the sense that film study was behind this one, that they saw something that they thought they could take advantage of? The key is calling it in the right situation, knowing when it exists to go to it. They did exactly that. They've got to feel really good about what they did in advance of this game.
Just looking down at the sideline now, their defense is like, man, can you have strung that out just a few plays? Give us a break. Back out there.
Hey, man, give that water break and get on out there and play.
The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense.
The end result, 21 yards.
I got you. 35's the mic.
To throw, it's Wentz. He'll get this off to Taylor. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Now that's the type of play that gives you a chance to win. Nothing forced downfield where you don't have a guy open. Swing it out to the back, on maybe even check it down, whatever you want to call it. Gain of 5. You're just trying to get 4 on first down. They're ahead of the chains now.
Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Wentz to Doyle there. First down, Colts.
Carson Wentz had Zach Ertz and later Dallas Goedert during his time in Philadelphia as excellent tight ends. But I think he'll grow to like Jack Doyle as well with the Colts. That connection there gives him a first down.
Being chased out left. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. 96 yards rushing here for Taylor. He's got a first down. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's first and 10.
35's the mic.
Wentz going to throw. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21. Zach Cunningham rolling in to get the sack. And that'll be marked down as their first sack of the game.
Well, they had 6 last week. And this offense did its homework, didn't it? Because they saw all that pressure, and they really worked hard to tamp it down and beat it back. And they did a great job in the first half. But now they've gotten their first sack here in the second half. Look out. They'll try to increase the pressure.
And now the Texans are going to stop it as they signal for a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Now a handoff. Taylor with it. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. That was just one of those interceptions from our perspective here. We got a good view at the 50-yard line mid-level that quarterback and receiver were not on the same page.
Just by his reaction, I'm talking about the quarterback, he expected something different from his receiver, whether he expected him to break in, out, deeper, shorter. They'll determine that on the sideline. But bottom line, you can see that he thought he'd be in a different spot, except the defender was not his intended target.
The second down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Play fake. Here's Wilson. He finds Smith out of the backfield. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. 7, let's go.
Now Wilson on first down. Dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Meanwhile, this one knocked down in the backfield. It's incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the 3rd quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back.
Ready, set. 53. Orbit. Yeah. You don't want to know. Check. 53's mine.
Wilson. Slant route to Miller. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first. Now from Colts territory, here's a 1st and 10 at the 46. A give to Smith out of the gun. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard.
66. Blow it high.
On 2nd down, here's Smith again. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really starting to take over in this game.
And he'll get a little over 2, maybe a full 3 down to the 32-yard line.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Brandon, how about that reaction there from a defensive end? Able to recognize the screen pass trying to happen, broke off his pass rush, and then get back to tackle the running back. That's a very athletic and intelligent play. Reminds me of you working out and seeing that the treadmill's open and getting there before anyone else.
See, I know you're just patronizing me right now. Everybody knows at home that that is nothing but a shot at me, and I'll take it, absorb it, and we'll move on. That's complete to the tight end, Akins. And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
On the double. Mike is 59. Mike the 59. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together. Check 37. Check 37.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Here we go. Set. 8. Read. Let's go. Let's go. Jim.
They'll run on first down. It's Smith. And not much to speak of there. Maybe a yard down to the 20.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
Strip that. Seam 6. Mike's 59. Mike's 59. Watch the out.
On 2nd and 9. Wilson. He finds his man, complete. It's Hall. And the Texans are going to have a 1st and goal as he'll be taken down at the 7-yard line. Texans passing game in rhythm right now, picking up another first.
Watch the screen. Charlie. 59. Mike, heading out.
Now Wilson. Dumping it off for Johnson. Touchdown! David Johnson, his first touchdown on the year. And the Texans might be moving closer to an elusive 2nd win of the year as they extend that 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. Out is the Texans kick team as they'll send this one away. From just inside the 20, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. I want to go back to something you said in the first quarter about winning.
Is it a positive?
It is a positive.
Okay.
About winning the turnover battle. As a visiting team, as an underdog, you were right. They've done just that, and look where it's gotten them.
It's part of the formula. When you go on the road, as you mentioned, being an underdog, winning the turnover battle is a big key, and this one's playing out in this one.
That one good for 37 yards. On first down, Taylor. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Hey, we got 3 down, 3 down. Jordy. Mike 35. Hey, Ford, Tokyo. I got you.
Wentz now to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. Another good reception there. The Colts on the march.
Well, every drive from here out is definitely crucial and critical. They know that they need to get at least 3 here to get it back to a 1-score game. But I can't imagine that in their huddle that they're thinking at all about getting a field goal. They want to get into the end zone and then try and get the ball back again.
Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Not much there, only a yard. Still 9 remaining on second down.
Undercrush. Check 26.
Now we've got whistles and a flag. Looked like one of the Colts linemen might have jumped. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. Second down and long.
35.
Running left, Taylor. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. The Colts on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Sunday.
Mike 35. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now, you better bring it.
35's the Mike. Here we go. Kill.
Mike 35.
Shotgun now for Wentz. Forced out to his left. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on third down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
After the made field goal, here's Blankenship again. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays they're going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
Take four.
On second down, here's Smith again. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
Switch. Joker.
Here's Smith as he'll try to run some clock. And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. And now this defense trying to use the clock to their advantage. They'll take the timeout here with 2:08 left. And then they'll have another stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. On second down, here's Smith. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41. Now the Colts will use their third and final timeout. So that will leave them with no timeouts left. Still plenty of time on the clock. We'll see how that affects things here in this fourth quarter. The Texans on third down. They've been automatic. How about 8 for 8 in the game thus far? This is 3rd and 7.
Come get some. Come on here. Come get some.
Here's Wilson. It's caught. It's Miller. And he's going to have a first down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Switch. Banjo.
Toss left. This is Smith. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
SOS. No. Oh, gone. 49. Check 49.
Again, it's Smith. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. So here we go, Charles, 3rd down. Any chance you're throwing?
I don't think so. I think you got to keep the clock rolling here.
53 is the mic. Don't let him breathe. Don't let him breathe. Play that tight deep. Don't let him breathe, defense.
Here's Wilson. They'll set up the screen to Smith. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line. And that is not near enough. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Here's Cameron Johnston now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And it was their defense that led the way, allowing just 3 points, that lone field goal in the entire second half.
And remember the old adage, offense sells tickets, defense